Show. Yeah. On the Donna Smith Show. And this is how we do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. We gonna have to make us. Oh, there go JJ. Yeah, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Nice to see you here tonight. JJ, you made it. I was sitting up here saying, I don't know about my JJ tonight. He may not make it. I'm checking my inbox. I say, well, he usually send me a little message saying I can't make it, Miss Donna.
Right.
I didn't see one from you. So you all good? You got your audio together?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, let me turn this up.
Good. Because I'm using my tablet microphone. So.
Where is my volume at?
Oh, but hello, everybody.
Hey. We have Tim. We have Gareth, and I'm finally saying his name right. I heard his wife say it, Gareth. And why was I calling him Gareth?
It no matter.
All this time I've been calling him Gareth, and he never corrected me. But I heard your wife say Gareth.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome everybody to the Donna Smith Show. Tonight we got some grown folk conversation and chit chat the way we do, table talk as I call it. And I want you to know that anything we discuss and talk about is not intended to excuse the coughs and the sneezes and the breaking wind and all that. They trying to get it together, y'all. We all right. But anything we discuss is not meant to offend anyone. It's not to make you feel uncomfortable. If a topic is not for you, we gladly understand if you dismiss your way on by that one. But do come back, because there's always something that we are discussing that is going to strike your interest. Okay? And on that note, grown folks, we need to do a toast to the hostess with the mostest. I need to find me something to toast.
Well, while we wait for her to toast, I'm sipping on this right here. I don't know if y'all know anything about this. This King Cobra right here.
Oh, you know
how the hell you get more liquor?
I heard about King Cobra.
How the hell you get more liquor?
I went to the store. Isn't that cool?
What the hell?
Hey, JJ.
That used to be what was the brother's name?
King Cobra.
Who was the brother? That was
Melanie.
Huh? What was the brother's name? Billy D. Williams, huh? Wasn't that Billy D. Williams? Come on.
I know this is not good for you, but it's gonna make me feel good.
Yeah, it ain't supposed to be good for you.
Did he do King Cobra or Colt 45?
Yeah.
No, King Cobra.
King Cobra. King Cobra. King Cobra.
That ain't King Cobra.
Summer watermelon, Ciroc. Sirocco.
That's what's up.
Sirocco, baby. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
But I'm not going to have that tonight because
the bottle of water.
Ben, don't come in here late with all that drama. Don't do it. Don't do it this week. Don't do it. Don't do it coming in. You know, we about to have a situation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all in here getting drunk.
I'm not getting drunk.
I'm not getting drunk.
The hostess with the hostess don't get drunk. I don't.
JJ is not a lightweight. That's for sure.
I did not get you drunk.
You gonna drink the whole 40?
King Cobra. You know, they don't even have that King Cobra in all the liquor stores, do they?
No,
that's in the hood.
Yeah, because that's something like the 211, because they don't have the 211 everywhere either.
Nope, they don't have the 211 everywhere either. They sure don't.
All right, John, where's your glass? Time to toast? Toast it.
You got a shot glass.
You got the red cup?
Never mind.
Uh-oh, the red cup. You got
Oh, somebody switched up today with
yeah,
the cup.
what's that? What's that, my brother? That ain't clear.
Soda pop.
Click, click, click. Is that ain't
Soda
no
pop.
Why you got Tim up there making you tell stories like that?
What
What kind of soda pop is that?
Strawberry red.
No, man.
It's red. It's red.
And
Red
he
pop.
going along with it too. It ain't
Remember-
no red.
It is. That's one of them. That's one of them big reds.
Click, click, clank, clank.
Yeah.
Just put hot water.
I appreciate you guys. I'm not doing too much of none of that because I am on medications. And from what I hear is that I can turn into something else, possessed, trying to mix a sip here and there with these medications. So in order for me to heal properly and for my tummy to be right, I have to take these medications. So I do not want to be up here on some kind of tweak mission for real though. For real. You know what I'm saying? Because it will take you there. So you have to be careful, you guys. Read the little labels. I wish I had a little bottle to show you. Read your little labels on your medications. When it says do not operate machinery, do not drive, do not drink alcohol, this will alter your, pay attention to that. Because you will turn into something else that nobody knows.
Okay, don't get Wendy. Don't Wendy Williams up on here. No Wendy Williams, okay?
Is that somebody screaming? Thank you. Mute yourself, my brother. Mute. All right. I don't know where that Wendy Williams thing came from, but anyway, I ain't trying to be nobody, but the host is what the mouth says.
I know that's right.
I'm trying to
no
money,
Wendy,
and this
mess around with them, mess
this
around
is
with
what
them
I
pills.
do. I ain't trying to be nobody else.
No, I'm saying with them pills. You mess with them pills. You seen that sister fall? She was messing with pills and drinking the alcohol in the back tripping.
I don't think Wendy was drinking. She wasn't drinking alcohol. I don't think it was alcohol she was drinking.
Okay.
You talking about when she fell out on the stage?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't think she would have been on her show drinking alcohol, but she might have had some medication she had been taking. I mean, wouldn't you say, JJ?
From what I heard, she was under severe lights and she was dehydrated as well.
Yeah.
And those lights are brutal.
Because I remember when I was dehydrated 2 years ago when I had surgery and I had gotten really badly dehydrated. That is the worst feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, I was weak. I was lethargic. I had headache. Because if fluids are not really getting through you and going to the right parts of you, you get a whole lot of reaction. I had to go in 3 days a week for IV treatments. It was that bad.
Yeah, you're supposed to drink at least a gallon of water a day or more.
Yeah.
But,
so that's why I got this big thing
that's about it.
That I bought, and it tells you like 2 hours you drink this much, next 2 hours this much. I bought that, so I've been trying to just keep it by my bed and just sip. That's how I do at work too.
Yep, I got a cup of water right here too. So I get it.
Yes, yes. Well, you guys, I'm just gonna go there real briefly about our 49ers. We didn't have a win today. We had a loss. But that's okay. That's still my team. We're going to come back. There was a lot of costly mistakes today. I saw the ball being dropped more than it was caught. And I don't know what happened. Did they party too much last night? I don't know, but we got beat today. Okay? But it's going to be all right. That's still my team for life. Did you see the game, JJ?
No, I don't watch any football. It took me a nice little nap before I got on here.
Well, I saw your video where you was cooking some gourmet ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Was that today?
That was yesterday.
I say, oh, you know what? He's special. He real special. You know, in the pan, he had all this stuff he was sauteing. It was looking really nice. I was like, look at JJ. He about to throw down. And then he brought out all these ramen noodles. Talking about he was getting ready to just make him a gourmet ramen noodle meal.
Yep.
I don't know what the ending was because you ended up getting off the video before you finished.
Yeah, it was. I had a phone call come in, and I ended up being on the phone for a whole hour, and I was hungry, so I was gonna eat my ramen.
So did you put all that on top of the ramen?
Yeah, I mixed it in there. I put some.
And was it good?
Yeah, it was delicious. Sometimes that's the best way to eat it because you don't want to just eat the noodles plain. That's boring. You want to add a little bit of some flair to it.
Yeah, I've heard.
Did you break the noodles?
What they do with
You
the
only
noodles.
break them into fours. I don't break them up into little tiny pieces. That's ridiculous.
In the fours, huh?
Yeah, just in the fours, and then they're still long noodles, but they're not super long. They're not ridiculous. They're you're able to.
But he had bell peppers and onions and a whole bunch of stuff he was sauteing, and I thought he was getting ready to chop up some shrimps or.
Yeah, I put some chicken in there.
Sirloin. I thought he was getting ready to do it up.
I was.
That's what they do at the restaurant, ain't it?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Ben.
That's what they do at the restaurant, ain't it? They just bring the noodles in and do all that.
I've never had ramen noodles at a restaurant, so that would be interesting.
Me either.
I'm sure
if it was ramen noodles, they did not tell us that. They did not tell us they were.
They got a restaurant here called Ramen 101.
Okay.
We got one in Emeryville, and they noodles is based on ramen noodles, and they make bowls and stuff with it.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
Hey, as a matter of fact, somebody got 5 lotto numbers, 5 out of 6 over in San Pablo at this little store.
Oh wow.
And Tim, I was gonna ask you, did you hear about that?
Nope.
Yeah, over in San Pablo, they got 5 numbers. I think they got so many thousands of dollars, but they was 1 number off from the big one, and it was in San Pablo. You know, a month or so before that, somebody on MacArthur and Fruitvale won 5 numbers at the 7-Eleven. So they hitting the hood a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know they got.
It gives you just to give you a little hope.
Just to keep people from going in there. They probably went in there and got them a beer or something, one of them things you drinking. And decided to buy a ticket.
King Cobra.
Man, give me one of them King Cobras. As a matter of fact, give me one of them quick picks right there. Yeah, let me get one of them. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
No, man, wait a minute. I got some change right here.
Probably.
Man, give me 2 quick picks, and then he just stuffed it in his jean pocket all the way down, right?
Oops,
Forget
I
about
thought
it.
my camera was on.
And then he hear about it later that somebody won.
Yeah, we made you choose a King Cobra.
And he pull his ticket out. Oh man. But you know what? They never disclosed who it was. So whoever it was wanted to stay private.
Hey, y'all got staying out.
Cookie and them probably was gonna be after brother. Okay.
Y'all still got staying eyes out there too? They got staying eyes there too, JJ?
You know what? I don't know. I haven't seen one, but as soon as I see one, I'm grabbing it because that stuff was good. The last one I had, there's a liquor store right there on 98th and Golf Links, right before you get on the freeway. And I got one over there, and I hadn't seen one in years, but they had one at that store.
I remember 98th and Golf Links. I used to do that trail a whole lot.
You used to what?
I used to drive that trail a whole lot. 98th and Golf Links. And I used
I know what you're talking about.
I used to stop at that 7-Eleven right there and get me a Slurpee.
7-Eleven?
Right there. You got Mills College, you got the 7-Eleven right there.
I think it used to be over there.
You got a couple of motels. I don't know what it is now. I haven't been over that way in a long time.
98th and Golf Link? No. I ain't seen a motel nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think there's hotels over there.
No, MacArthur exit I'm talking about.
Oh, you talk? Yeah, the MacArthur
over
exit.
by Mills College.
I know where.
Yeah,
I
they
know
tore that
where
down. Them hotels is gone. They done turned into
Yeah, I
apartment
was
buildings.
wondering because they had a couple of loose motels right there. You know.
No, they done turned them into apartment buildings. They still got some though. They got a few, but it ain't what it was before.
Okay. All right. Well, how y'all doing? Anybody got anything to share today before we move right along? I just wanted to mention right quick, some folks are getting that inflation relief check. I ain't got one, but some folks that got theirs deposited in their account. So they real. They anybody, y'all know
They
anybody?
real.
Y'all know anybody got one? Yeah, you know anybody got their check?
No.
You, JJ? No?
Somebody told me a friend of theirs, they sister got it.
JJ, your thing froze. Oh no.
Yeah, my internet went out for a second. I'm looking at it. It never does this when I'm on your show. It does it while I'm trying to watch something on TV though.
Oh, okay. Maybe
But
it don't like me right now.
It's okay.
Did you hear of anybody getting the
No, but I also haven't asked as well. So there's that.
You Tim, you all right?
Nope, I ain't heard nobody get it.
Tim acting like he had his
I got a couple
medicine with
people.
his drink.
Some people.
Huh?
I got a couple people.
You had some medicine with your drink?
No, I'm listening.
He calm like he always is.
I'm listening.
Minister John always calm.
I've heard of two people. Two people I know say they got theirs. But
that means they're coming.
Ain't nothing been deposited in my
They said
account.
by October 30th. That's what they said.
Yeah. So we just gotta keep on looking. But anyway, so those are real. They're coming out. They're sprinkling them here and there. Also the student loan debt, you know, they trying to cancel these, you know, they didn't send out a trial little application thing that you fill out.
Yeah, from what I heard, the site is up. So I'm gonna look at it tomorrow morning and get on it.
Yeah, it just asks a couple of brief questions. Your name, your social security number, your email, your telephone, pretty much that's it. You know, and you send it off. And you're in this trial run. You know, some are gonna automatically be incorporated anyway, but if you get a chance, fill that out, because that'll just, you know, solidify, especially if you got any student loans that Pell grants and stuff like that. Usually those who qualify for grants and that's on low income have been sprinkled with some Pell grants somewhere up in there. So, you know, that's a good thing. So, you know, check that out too. I did. Hello.
Oh, you put yours in?
Is fat meat greasy?
I didn't think you had nothing like that.
Is fat meat greasy?
I didn't think you had no student loans that you had to be tripping on.
It don't have to be loan. It could be grants. It could be the Pell grant. If you qualify for a Pell grant, which most do that met the income criteria. If you're qualifying for financial aid, usually you qualify for a Pell grant. So therefore, yeah.
Oh, they'll give you some of the Pell. I thought a Pell grant was money you didn't have to pay back. You saying if you got a Pell grant, they'll give you some of that too?
You qualify. I don't know how they break it down, how they gonna chop it up, but if you did get a Pell grant, and most people end up snatching up a loan or two.
Yes, exactly. You end up getting a loan with a grant.
Subsidized or unsubsidized. They end up snatching up a loan or two to give you more money, especially when you go into a university, state college, or something like that, where things are a little bit more expensive. They're throwing money at you left and right. I'm not saying get a host of loans, but there is some that they're gonna throw your way that's gonna come at the right time, like when that car broke down.
They ain't never got to worry about me going back to school. I'm good. no anybody doing it. But they don't have to worry about me trying to go to school. I'm good on that.
I thought about going back for my master's. I thought about it. It comes and goes. It kind of comes and then I start thinking about all them papers I had to write, all them researches and all that. I'm like, oh Lord.
Yeah, I'd rather go.
I kind of, I have a moment, but yeah, I do think about it sometimes.
I'd rather shake it like a shot shaker on OnlyFans or something instead of going to school. I'm cool.
Well, you want a shot shaker, shake it. That means like a
shot shaker,
like a dancer.
I do the little shimmy and stuff.
With your tongue out too?
Yeah.
I think you need to go to school.
No, I'm good.
We need to get
I'm
you
good.
If you had a choice to go back to school right now, you guys, what would be your major and why? What would interest you? If you're gonna invest the time and the energy and the focus and the commitment, what would you focus on?
It would need to already be paid for, and I would already need to have the inroads into some kind of connections, and I would probably end up going to school for music just for them connections and just to brush up on my little techniques. I got good techniques, but I wouldn't mind getting education on that. But in the meantime, teaching myself after all these years and showing my music to key people and them telling me that I'm doing a good job with it, I'm gonna just stick to my techniques.
Your techniques is working, right?
It's working for me.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with polishing up too.
Absolutely.
San Francisco State, actually, that was my major, broadcast electronic communications. They have a great Becca program, and you touch on music production, audio, stuff like that, I mean, television, radio, there's a whole host of things. You probably would just soar through that, JJ. That would be
I get on the professor's nerves because I'm a know-it-all.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you just may work somebody's nerve now.
If it was me, I think I'd do econ. Or economics. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what would be your focus in that area? Would it be
the economy, the what's going on in our society?
Would it be finance?
Yeah, I would want to understand like GDP type stuff, understand what our gross national product was, understand what some of our departments, what the Federal Reserve and the Treasury, how they coexist with each other, all that stuff. That would be what I would be interested in. Understanding the past of economy and the present, so I can tell what's going on. Yep, I'm with that.
That would be cool too. You Tim, you have any interest?
I'll probably do my doctorate, continue in seminary.
Okay. Nice.
Do my doctorate.
Yeah, that would be nice. Real nice. Gareth? Gareth?
It don't matter. I haven't thought about it.
Oh, you ain't really thought about it?
No.
Yeah. School is it's definitely a commitment, and it's your ability to focus and be committed to carry through. That's why a lot of times majors don't even matter. They want to just see that you have, because the first couple of years is general educational classes anyway, just to make sure that you got your general structure and you're able to focus and study and write papers and do this and do that. And yeah, it takes a big commitment. So, well, my hat's off to y'all. Maybe one day you will decide to go on back and do your thing, right?
Not too soon.
Not too
No,
soon.
no, thank you.
We got look. I just finished not too long ago.
Yeah,
graduated from seminary.
Was it a year or two ago?
Well, I finished before then, but the graduation was delayed. Ceremony was delayed.
Okay.
Because of COVID. But it's just the whole fact of you gotta have that time and that discipline, because as you go more and more the studying gets more intense.
Yeah. And that is true. The studying becomes more intense. I'm telling you, by the time it was like my last semester and a half, I had wrote so many papers and research. I was numb. I was like, oh my Jesus. And I had like 5 classes that I took at one time. I don't even know what my problem was with that, because they was whipping me all upside my head. But it does. You definitely have to be disciplined. I mean, I had a few friends that fell off. I didn't have no love life. You can forget that. Didn't nobody want to hear. I gotta study for this exam next week. I gotta do these 2, 3 papers, and I can't go out with you this weekend. They didn't want to hear that. So you have to determine and decide what's important for you at that time. Go with it. When you're ready to go hard, you go hard, and nothing else. You gotta associate with people that's gonna help support you. And only those who understand the journey and the struggle can really understand. There's some who've never been to college, so they don't understand the sacrifices you have to make. Study time and papers and exams and group projects and going to the library every chance you get. They don't understand all that. They haven't had to deal with it. But somebody who's walked in those shoes, they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I respect that. Okay, well, get at me when you get done and we'll see what's going on. They respect that. So anyway, moving right along.
From the city.
Does he need the stage? Was he singing? No. Okay. Moving right along, grown folks. Let's just take a sip. Take a sip. Take a sip. We're gonna do our inquiring minds want to know question of the evening. And excuse, sometimes we do have people dip in and out.
They're not dipping in and out. They kids. Shoot, I'm trying to monitor the microphone. It's an energy change here.
Oh.
We got my little baby back home, so he changed the game up when he show up.
Oh.
What's that?
Well, this is us Grown Folk Table Talk with Donna Smith, your host with the mostest. Tonight we are doing a good grown folk show. So just be careful. Be careful of them little golden ears. We don't want them to hear.
You can't hear nothing. I got stuff in my
Yes, I can. I'm hearing you.
You hearing what?
I'm listening in your ear.
You listen to my earpiece?
Yeah.
What you hear?
I hear her talking.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Going back to your phone.
And this is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show. On the Donna Smith Show. All right.
You ready, baby? No, I got, my head is tripping anyway. So I'm just trying to be funny and enjoy,
You want to express some things, Ben, before I move on to the next question? You got some things you want to get off your chest?
I don't know if I can express it.
Well, yes, you can. We're all here. We're all here. We're like
bad
family.
News. I got bad news today.
You got bad news?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You want to discuss it, or is it something that need to be discussed off air?
You know who this is. You know my cousin Danny and Randy. You know them, right? You know my auntie Vera?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got cancer. And she in hospice.
Auntie Vera. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, so I found out today.
That's your
my mother's
sister, right?
Yep.
Wow.
There ain't too many of them left.
I'm sorry. Yeah, how old is she, Ben? In her 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, prayers and love to the family. This is one of the hardest things in life, to deal with when you find out a loved one is sick, and
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
hospice
Especially when
in
it's
there.
terminal.
I
Yeah,
went
it's
I
terminal.
went through that. That is the most challenging thing I have ever faced in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just try
They
to,
bring upon a lot of support, but I don't think you try to prepare yourself, but you really are never prepared for anything like that.
No, you're not.
We all know, we all been there. I don't care what they tell you, whatever, you still hold on to the flicker of hope. You still, you just not prepared
Mm-hmm.
for it.
nope.
Um, so prayers out to you, Ben, and
Yes.
everything, you and your family.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So, you're just trying to deal and be around your family and your kids. Kids can sense when things ain't righteous.
That's true.
So that's why I'm getting a lot of activity this evening, you know. So that's what's up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, kids can sense,
Mm-hmm.
and they do know when things are a little off sync for the parents. They can feel that. They don't always understand, but they can feel a little something is off.
Yeah.
So just show them love, affection, and attention the best way that you can. And, prayer works. It strengthens you, it helps you get through whatever it is that you're challenged with and going through. It definitely helps. So therefore, we're gonna unless you have something else you want to say, Ben, anything else, anybody else, anything else?
Nah, I spent a lot of time with our yesterday I was on a forum yesterday where I was with the city council. She's one of our city council members from District 7, but she's running for mayor. And I got a lot of good information about a lot of things that monetary wise that we're able to do, business owners, citizens. It's a lot of money and stuff that we just don't know about, but they knew. And so even the homeless situation, they trying to work on that kind of stuff. So that was good to hear some of that information, and be able to bring it back to some of my other friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of things that's going on in Oakland that we don't know about most of the time, and they're bringing that to light so we can kind of figure out how to maneuver some of this. Because everybody's getting their cake. Black folks need to get some of that cake too. We shouldn't be left out.
Yeah, a lot of that
So
stuff
that was good to see that.
a lot of that stuff you have to go directly to City Hall because they're not going to directly post it on the internet. And my
That's right.
sister works for the city, so and my aunt at one point worked for the city, so I know you have to go and they look at that bulletin board, and they don't always update the bulletin board on time. So you got to just some people
Yeah, they
they
do
count,
have a bulletin board with certain informations when I used to work there too.
yeah,
Um,
they count on people because people have to go to work. They count on people not being able to go and look at it because they have to go to work, and the hours would interfere when they would be able to go to those certain meetings where you would participate and have your voice. So if you could have somebody go up and take a picture of it for you, and so you can make an informed decision about what you might want to do, that's one of the best ways,
but
I
one
think.
of one of the things that I want to say is, if these things are so important that we need to bring forth to the community to get responses or support, how are they getting it out there? How
They're
are they
not,
moving so how can you fix something and you're not bringing it forth?
because they don't want to fix it. They like it the way it is because a lot of that money that's hidden, they can
Mhm.
continue to hide it and make sure the people that they know are getting it. So their buddies and their friends and people that's related to them are getting filthy rich while the rest of the people are going to work, going to school, trying to get ahead, trying to get contracts. And, you know, the further down you go, it seems like when you're at the federal level, or you at the higher state level, even the higher state level. How many of you guys know who your state senator is, your state congressperson is? They have that in the state. Most people don't even know who these people are. And they make a sizable amount of income and they have a sizable amount of influence. People don't know who they council. The average person you ask, who is your council member? They don't know. They have no idea. And these people are responsible for millions. Like the lady was saying, the mayor's office, the budget in Oakland, California is almost $4 billion yearly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was floored when she said, I said, $4 billion? She said, $4 billion. She said, city council is responsible for about 50 million of the 4 billion. And I was like, oh, but we get upward to about 200 million of things that we can do. So you imagine all that money is being dispersed somewhere, and who knows where it's being dispersed? Who knows what's going on? The Oakland Unified School District is on its own. So the city don't tell them what to do. All the services in the city is run by the mayor's office. So they don't tell them what to do. So the mayor, you looking at probably $3 billion that she's responsible for a year. And where's all that money going? They don't know. Even when they get money for these homeless people, they don't know what's going on with that
Somebody
money.
got to know.
There was $36 million they got to fix some of the homeless situation in Oakland. Do you think they spent $36 million? I don't see it.
No, they didn't.
I don't see it. So, that's
But
what I'm
that's why you saw
saying.
that cleanup. I saw that cleanup on the news under the freeway in West Oakland. That's the most I've seen.
Yeah, that was a big task. That was,
Yeah.
I mean, they got it going on in Berkeley too, right on alongside the freeway when you're going into like certain parts of Berkeley. Tim, you probably see it a lot driving on, what is it, 80?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of tough in certain areas,
They actually have an encampment where they consider it their own city. They have a mayor. They elected someone mayor and everything.
Wow.
I forgot the name. I can't think of the name right now. Yeah.
Wow, deep. Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, I don't know. I that's just a thought I had. It's like, how can you bring about change when, they're not even putting it out there to make it happen? You know what I'm saying? How is it going to improve? So, anyway, wow. Well, thanks for sharing that, Ben. Let's move on to our inquiring minds want to know question of the evening.
Let me take a sip.
Sip, 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 sip.
Okay, I'm ready.
Everybody sip, sip.
And I got my keyboard ready to take notes.
Tim, where's the red cup? Quit playing.
My cup right here. I can't see it. That's why.
All right. Inquiring minds wanna know. Question of the day. My woman is such a people pleaser That's interesting how you guys said on that part. Everybody, I'd like to know after this when you heard people pleaser, what was the first thing came to your mind? My woman is such a people pleaser. She is always wanting to do for others and not me.
Mm-hmm.
I do for her all the time. There is nothing that she goes without. Every time her grown ass kids call for a handout, she is taking money out of our pot to do for them. Now, mind you, I understand doing for family, but sometimes they can take you for granted. She has 4 kids and they all have needs. 2 has kids, and that's where she gets soft. 3 of the kids don't work. 1 does, 1 is in college, the other lives with her boyfriend, and 1 is on aid and Section 8. I told her that if she wants to keep spoon feeding them to do so with her own money and not take from our budgeted pot. This is getting out of hand. They turned off our PG&E and I thought she had paid the bill. But no, she loaned the money to little Johnny that will never be able to pay back.
Oh
It's
man.
me or her leashing kids. Am I wrong for making her choose?
Yep. Sure is.
Why you say, Ben?
Because what's happening in our society is exactly this. People get in these relationships with people that are not the parent of children, and they all of a sudden want to punish and beat on their children and not, have anything for the children, because look at what's going on in our society. It's not the easiest situation. Everything is going up. The prices are going up. Lifestyle's going up. And this fool act like, oh, nothing's happening. They should be pulling themselves up by their bootstrap and be able to. It's not that way. Our society, especially if they, if they're younger in their 20s and things of that nature, it's so many things that's come upon them in the last 5 years that people still have not recovered from. People still scared to even send their kids to school. So to say that a parent is not supposed to have some responsibility to take care and do things for their kid is ridiculous. Families should bond together and take care of each other. And what people want to do when they get into a relationship is they want to screw on the mama. They want the mama to provide for them, but they want the mama to kick her kids to the curb so they can get all the resources. That's ridiculous.
Well, I think one of the key things, and I hear what you're saying, one of the key things that was brought up is that little Johnny that's not working and can't pay back, it wasn't a loan, it was given the PG&E money. And they sat in the dark because apparently, as a couple, they have a pot of responsibilities that they put money in to take care of the household situation. And so that's deception. By her going into the pot without letting him know, taking the PG&E money, that ended up compromising them having heat and all that stuff and lights and everything to give to the son, which maybe if they would have came together as a couple, it could have been worked out in a way that wouldn't have been such a detriment. Maybe it could have been worked out another kind of way. Maybe the money could have came from some other avenue. Maybe the person she's with had another little stash somewhere. I mean, who knows? It's not saying they did not want to help the kids. They're with them. They got kids, and adult kids do sometimes need help. But you also have to see that they want to help themselves too, and you can't compromise your own living situation. So, with that being said, was she wrong?
Well, I'm quite sure she been fighting with dude for a long time.
Can
And
I
so
say
she
something
can't
to
go
you?
to him. So that.
When you're from what I've learned, when you're on an airplane and it's getting ready to crash and the mask come down, you're supposed to put the mask on yourself. You're not supposed to put the mask on the child first. You're supposed to put the mask on yourself first and make sure you got enough oxygen. Then you put the mask on the child and make sure that they're breathing. The reason why they have it set up like that is because what is the child gonna do in this situation if the parent don't have no oxygen and pass out? So you have to make sure that you are taken care of first. You got to put the mask, so to speak, on yourself and make sure you're covered and that you have enough oxygen to breathe. But right now, your lights are cut off, so you suffocating. So now you can't, whether you could be working from home, your lights are off. Now you can't make your money like you need to because your lights are off.
Not to say, and that's a great analogy, JJ, for real, because especially if this parent works from home and they rely on Wi-Fi or the internet or things of that nature. All this stuff is interrupted when your PG&E is no longer functioning, right?
It's bad enough y'all getting rolling blackouts randomly from PG&E, but you paid a bill and your lights could have been on, but they not because the money was misappropriated and there was no communication. And that's my issue is that, like you said, there was deception. And like no communication is the same as deception. Like, okay, well, what was going to be your means to pay that bill otherwise? We could say, okay, we need to have family structure and support for each other, but that's not supportive. You're ruining your whatever support you do have by not communicating and getting the lights turned off. Now you could potentially, some places will evict you from your apartment because your lights are cut off. Mm-hmm. So you'll have that as an issue as well. So
and that's her helpmate. Apparently they were coming together in a united way to take care of home. Wasn't nothing talked about that. They had a pot. They came together. This was the bill pot. So if anybody needed to disrupt or take from that pot, whether it's for your mama, your daddy, your kids, your dog, your uncle, your cousin, whatever you needed it for, out of respect, you should talk to the person that you're with that has money tied up in this too, and you guys come together and work it out. If it's for the best, they haven't said what the son needed that money for. Is mom being codependent? Does the son have addictions? Is the son living right? Does the son have children? Did the kids need diapers or formula or food? I mean, we don't know what the need was. But even though you still, now, like he said, perhaps she needs to take her own little pot of money, not our bill money. So maybe she got a little separate account or a little something she got sprinkled away. Maybe she should have dug into that. If you want to do it in a deception type of way, which you shouldn't be doing anyway.
She could be a YouTube influencer or Instagram influencer on the side. There's all kinds of other ways where she can make her own money if she feels some type of way and wants to support her family, but that's her business. But instead, she's dipping into the pot that's supposed to take care of the house.
Hey, check this out. Check this out. You know what I think happened? I think when he got into the picture, he made her put all her kids out in the street. That's why 3 of them out of the 4 ain't even got no gig.
Where you get that from?
That's
not what happened.
Listen to what I'm saying. Why would she be spending all that money? Why would she spend all her money trying to take care of the kids outside the home And why would she be going over and beyond and try to look out for somebody unless she feel like she wronged them?
Some kids, some parents don't take them off the hip.
Can we
But
Some
then they would
parents
be
don't.
living with them, right?
Some parents don't.
People, right?
My thing is they're adults for one.
Right.
They're adults.
They're
And you
adults.
have one who's living with their boyfriend or girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
You have another two who have children of their own. This other one, he's in college. The other one went and got aid and has a Section A apartment. Let's be clear. There's a difference in being helpful and responsible. Parents are not responsible for their kids' lifestyle. That's the bottom line. Not responsible. Once you become an adult and you make decisions, you move, you do this, you make decisions, you need to make them decisions accordingly to how you plan on financing them.
So when are you an adult, John?
Let me tell you something. I remember I asked my father, we were joking because something had been said. And I said, well, Pop, well, when is it that I become a man? Or what do I do to become a man? He said, you just go be a man. And so that kind of sat with me. And I had to think about some things. And an adult, what is an adult? Now we can look at age, but we got to look at what comes along with being an adult. See, because other things don't make you an adult. It's the things that come with being an adult is what you need to be responsible for.
Right.
See, so we have to understand that. Now, 21, 18, all that just considers based on the law. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, but if we dealing with responsibility, so I have one of my daughters was a teenage parent. Well, exactly what I told her. Now you have adult responsibilities. See, so so guess what? She became an adult. Exercise, because she was exercising adult activities. She's raising the kid. She's having to provide for this kid and do all these things. Now, I'll help you. But just be clear. It's not my responsibility. So therefore, when your PG&E, for instance, is not working, you better take the responsibility, put the footwork in, call whatever. Yeah, you can call me. I help direct you to St. Vincent's or Catholic Charities or somebody to help get you caught up or whatever, because you're going to have to, the reason the bird is kicked out the nest, it's not that they can't live here no more, but it's the fact that you need to learn how to live on your own. I remember my father taught me one thing I knew how to do as a young kid. I knew how to iron, cooking. Cooking was always the thing. Cooking, cleaning the home good, taking care of home, running the home. They give me all the bills in the checkbook and make me write the checks and stuff. And my father, one thing he said is, the reason you need to know all this stuff, because if she ever leave you, you ain't coming back here. So that's the bottom line.
That sounds like some Cosby Show stuff right there.
Because you have to learn. But see, they're not saying that because they don't want to take care of you. And I don't say it to my kids because I don't want to take care of them. But I need my kids to survive, because if something happened to me and I was their crutch, or they solely depended on me, and they didn't take responsibility or walk their path on their own, then guess what? I left them out here to be preyed upon.
Mm-hmm.
Them kids got to learn. Hey, downsize your apartment. Actually, ask them how many Jordans they got. Put them on Let's Go or something. Start making some sales. Hell, don't send me to the pawn shop. You go to the pawn shop.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Now, like I said, I'll help you to the best of my ability, but I am not responsible. Your car, you ain't paid your car note, they gonna come get it. Just make sure you go get all your personal items out of it.
It's you have to make a choice. I mean, it's not saying, and I don't want this to be misunderstood. I hear exactly what John is saying. It's not saying don't be there for family. It's not saying sometimes your kids are going to need help. I was grown and there was a few situations with having kids, being a single parent that I didn't ask, but I needed help. So sometimes that'll happen, but I didn't soak in that. I was handling my business and I continued to be responsible the best I could. And they saw that. So they didn't mind sometimes helping me with such. Because look, she got these kids over here in all these different daycares and schools. She's going to school. She's working part-time. She's trying to take care of her situation. Look, they saw me trying to thrive. So, but if you have a child that's laying around, not doing much, grown, just want to lay around on the couch, smoking their weed, hanging out.
Why they gotta be smoking weed? Why they can be playing Game Boy?
Smoking their weed.
Doing that dog.
You know, all that kind of stuff. And then every time you turn around, they want to know you got $50. You got $50?
Yeah, you ain't lying.
You got $50? And because
I sure do.
And so
I want to know what you need the $50 for.
As the parent, you supposed to go and get your lights cut off.
You awful nosy.
I want to know.
Nosy.
This nose belong to my money. This nose belong to. This nose is on the president. That's on my money. Show enough, because I want to know, because we have to take also into account too that when we do help our kids in certain ways, we need to make them be clear that they're responsible for whatever they got from you. You know, I mean, I went to my father and say, can I borrow a couple $100? And I make sure I give it back to him. Him or my uncle, the same thing. And one of the famous comments, make sure you give it back to me the same way I gave it to you. So if they gave me $200 bills, I better not come with no 10 20s. No, don't. I give it back to me the same way I gave it to you. But it was about, I need help. Okay, here, I'm gonna help you out with this, but you need to give it back because you're the one responsible for them kids.
Yeah, you got it.
You can make it happen.
Right.
You can make it happen.
I make my kids pay me back. And I mean, I can do without it. I mean, sometimes I may say, well, okay, they making an effort. I know the struggle. You may have borrowed 200. I may say, well, give me 150. But I'm gonna make sure they give me something back. Usually I try to get all of it because I'm trying to instill the responsibility in them that no, you look, you wrong. I can't just be feeding you money like this, and it's okay for you to ask every 2 weeks and I don't get it back, because that's taken away from a bill I could have paid, gas I could have put in my car, food I could have put in my refrigerator.
I could have wanted to go buy me a hooker, and you took my hooker money.
See, I was about to get ratchet too. You beat me to it.
I'm just saying, it don't matter. It don't matter what the money for.
It costs more than $50 now.
But what I'm saying is, it don't matter what the money for. The whole fact is, look, you need to pay back this money because you need, unless I say, here, go ahead and take this. If I decide to give it,
if you decided, and you
you need to get the car out the shop. You need to get the car out the shop. That's the money they need to be paid back.
Hey, do you think that now we're gonna start living forever? Do you think now your kids are gonna have to learn how to start living with you like the Indian people? That y'all gonna have to start living as a community, where they not gonna be able to just move out because it's too expensive.
There's some cases where for example, I have a family member who has a mental condition and they can't live on their own. That in that case, that's different. So I would want my child to be with me in that case because I don't want them to go out in the world, even if they with their mental instability, and we don't know what they might come across. So I would be protective and be like, no, you stand with me, even though you get on my nerves, and you don't clean up after yourself. I could work. I know you. I could work with you. We could figure something out. But you stand with me, and I don't care if you're 35 years old. Something ain't right up here, so we gonna work with you. But
$2,500 a month though, man. Who? I mean, what kind of job you got? I mean, that's about the average in the Bay Area. You think all your kids can afford $2,500 a month?
I know.
Well, I hear what Ben said towards the economy and finances, but if we're talking about why we're in the home and we're all trying to come together and say how can we pull our resources together, that's different. But if you're outside the home and you're making these decisions, like if I say, why are you leasing this condo when you should have went and applied for this housing or whatever and stacked your money, but you wanted to go do it now and you short $200 for your monthly and you want me to give it to you, we got a problem. But now if we need to draw resources together and say, check this out, let's go buy about 2 or 3 of these partials and build us something on there and we live in this home, Walton style or whatever, then that's what we go. And I hear what you're saying on that. That makes a lot of sense because a lot of people are forced to do that, and they're not, we usually look at it culturally by certain cultures, how they live together, but a lot of people are starting to do that because of where the economy is going. And basically, when we look at it, we already see that it takes 2 incomes to really, survive. It takes 2 incomes, and depending on your lifestyle, you might have to, like being say, shoot, they might have to raise their kids, get married, raise their kids and everything in the same house, or whatever, But
I mean, the economy is off the chart.
Yeah, but when my kids leave the home and they decide, like I got one living with, so if I got my daughter living with her boyfriend and she asking me for $50, I'll obviously say something kind of crazy. You shacking up and you asking me for $50. I need you to let that marinate in your head for a while. Or if my son came to me, I need some fun, and he's able-bodied, because I'm like this, if you live in California, you can't tell me you can't make no money. It's enough plastics and bottles and aluminums and everything that's out here, copper, whatever you need to make you some money.
And it's
a hustle.
I ain't know them pallets pay like that.
There's a hustle. There's some people who dedicated.
I was homeless in my car for 8 months in California, and I didn't have no space or no time to go to no dump or no recycling center.
But it don't have to be that. There's a lot of hustle. There's a lot of hustle in California. It don't have to be collecting recycles and stuff. But there's a lot of hustle. You see people who carry a bucket in water trying to get a few dollars to wipe somebody's windows on the business or something. What I'm saying is, and then there's other things where you can get me. I'm like this, okay, you ain't working. I'm not saying, this person got a house, a Section A, and they getting aid. This is an adult child. So this person got Section A. You can't tell me you can't go down to somewhere or whatever and bust something for a few hours or here and there.
I mean, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying, like, if he already had a job, if you're already working, which I was working while I was homeless in the car, and while I was eating at convenience stores and other places like that, I still had to pay for gas because I'm living in my car. So I had to drive everywhere. I had to, so I wouldn't get pulled over by the police, and had to choose certain neighborhoods. I can't stay in one neighborhood for too long because somebody gonna suspect, oh, something ain't right. So I had to keep switching neighborhoods up. I barely got any sleep. So it was like, on that front, I was lucky that my car ran for that amount of time that it did, so that I could get me another car.
I remember that bucket you had, JJ. I remember that bucket you had.
So yeah, it's you gotta have that hustle in you. I wholeheartedly agree. But some people don't have it. Some people get in that situation and be like, I give up. I gotta sleep in my car for 8 months.
Yeah, but my problem is they all live out the house in a house in some type of dwelling.
Right.
They all live somewhere in some type of dwelling. So therefore, you made that decision to go wherever you went, to take on whatever responsibilities that come with it. So you have to do what is necessary to deal with them, to see to them means. And, like I say, if he's sitting up here, the one who has a place, he has a place to live. Now, the college student, that's different, and then it depends on what kind of units they busting. Because don't come to me with I got a Monday class and then I got a Friday Tuesday class, or whatever. You busting some units, then we talking something, because I'm going to invest into you, further in your education. But now if you out here and you trying to live and you shacking up and whoever, no, I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for that. You need to go get your medication. You can't afford your prescription right now. We can go get that. A matter of fact, I might go and get you. I know your shoes kind of run down. I might go get you that or whatever. Some essentials. You know what I mean? But I ain't about to put $50 in your pocket, $100 in your pocket. You just need $100. And why you need $100? What you say, Ben? Get up, stop being nosy. And then all of a sudden I see you posting IG pictures and you flashing the change that you got from that $100 I gave you after you broke and bought that drink. And you hold up the change of the
drink and them smokes.
Hashtag balling.
Yeah. Yeah, so
it depends on the situation. So in this case, he's saying, hey, you gotta choose. Your kids are not digging in the tar pot. And I mean, I don't think he's wrong for that. I don't think she should have went into the pot without talking to him.
No.
I don't think he's asking her to choose, your kids or me. Look, you can't be going into our money to take care of responsibilities to give your son or your daughter $100, and we over here burning candles. That ain't cool.
She got one person she needs to please, so she like to people please. She got a lot of pleasing.
She ain't gonna please him. That's what she got him for, so she can pay for them kids. She got him for that. That's why she got him, so she can help take care of her kids.
Every one of those kids are grown. Every one.
She's telling this fool like, look, I got what you.
I will invite them all to dinner. I say, hey, y'all, I'm having a barbecue. Everybody come on over, and then we'll sit around and have a discussion. About the funds that come in this house and the funds that functions this house and the funds that's for the folks in this house. And
she gotta get some. She gotta want to do it. She gotta want to do it, John.
I mean, because I'm like this.
You can all you want.
If you constantly like, I need $50 and I need this. I need my grass cut. Matter of fact, come over here and say, hey, Pop, let me I'll fully detail your car, or I'll go and clear out their yard, or you know? I mean, my brother used to put on his little cowboy boots, boy. My baby brother, his little favorite cowboy boots. He put them jokers on, and he'll go around to the family. Hey, I'll dance for you if you give me a quarter. You know, and that's what hey, you want it? I'm gonna work for it. You give it to me, I'm gonna work for it. And he always say, "Can I dance for you for a quarter?" So I used to tell him, "Don't ask for a quarter. Just say, can I dance for you for some money?" And he go to the family, "Can I dance for you for some money?" But see, that's the whole thing. You know, you want something, come and do. I'm not digging. I did my, you know. Do we need to put our social security statements next to each other? You know, I did my time. And this what I got in my pocket is for you got to think. What I was doing them early years was going to you. Them early years was going to you. I was taking care of you, making sure you're right, making sure you get what you need, where you need to go. Now you're on your own and you got your kids. You need to make a way for them.
Mm-hmm.
However you can. You ain't got no peppers, that's all right. Go cut one of them towels at a certain angle and get one of them things and make you some. Come on,
You
Garrett.
too much.
Garrett,
That's old school. That's
flush
old
that
Make you
school.
want
toilet,
some
flush that
Pampers.
joker
Get some
down
of that
that
big
toilet.
You
old
want some
safety
Yeah,
Pampers?
dish.
I know
yeah.
I
that's
Flush
get you
right.
some
that,
Pampers.
flush that joker down that toilet, wash it off, rinse it up, and make it ready for the next one.
Yeah,
Trust me.
See,
yeah.
Get you some
Shoot,
Pampers, man.
I done hung and rinsed many a cloth diapers. I don't see why nobody else can't do
Pampers
it.
and baby food and
Guess what? Amazon sell cloth doctors. Go on Amazon,
they sure
get you some
do.
cloth doctors and some safety pins. And come
right.
on, playing.
So
Stop
Garrett,
playing.
Garrett, you think she's wrong? She should have talked to him first, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then they come up with a plan.
Yeah, make a plan, yeah, you know.
Yeah,
You want
yeah.
to do that?
But see, they probably was going, you know, the man was
What
probably
kind
gonna
of plan that was
know.
gonna be?
The man was wanted to know what he needed the money for, and so he probably didn't want to disclose what I need the money for. I
Oh
just
no,
need the
hell
money, and
no.
see that was gonna be a problem.
Well, no, it wouldn't have. It
He,
just made it easier to keep it in my pocket.
he wouldn't have got it, huh?
Yeah. You coming to me, I need $200. For what?
Hey, 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 hey,
Shoot.
hey.
Hey,
And you need something to eat. Let's go to McDonald's.
No, hey,
Go to
that's what I'm saying.
McDonald's.
If you say we try to go to the grocery store, well, guess what? We going to the grocery store, and I'm gonna buy you some groceries. I'll get you some groceries. We can push 2 carts. I don't care. I'll get you some groceries, but you ain't gonna take the money out of my pocket, and I don't know what my money going with my
you know,
money for.
it's some out here when they was at home with you, and you know, you had the iPhones, and you know, you was paying all this family plan high bill. Then they went on and got grown and moved on. Now they got their own. They wanted to keep up the status of this iPhone, so they gonna check with you to see if you can help with their phone bill.
That's the
Their
mistake I
status of
did not
living has
make.
changed.
That's the mistake I didn't make. Don't create a false lifestyle. You know, John, now one thing I did one time, it was around Christmas or something, and I asked Junior about him wanting some Jordans or something like that. And he was like, John was like, shoot, I can go rack up on me like a couple pair of Nikes or get me some Vans or whatever, you know, and he was always, and that's how I dealt with them. But it wasn't like I'm going to flourish y'all with this because everybody get it. If you get something that's going to be nice, we're not getting it because it came out. It's a birthday or Christmas, you know, and we'll take it. Now, you do get stuff throughout the year. Hey, look what I got you, whatever. But I'm not going to create this lifestyle and then you trying to live it and then you can't live it. Now, I'm responsible for helping you live it. No, and I'm not going to have that
Yeah.
guilt trip because I put you out there like that. And so now I feel like it's my responsibility. And
That's
this young lady, she might feel like it's her responsibility. And there's nothing wrong with she feels like that, but she has to understand she needs to separate helping and responsibility, especially financing. You know, you committed to somebody. You already made a commitment that this is our fund, our budget money.
That's right. So I would say that they need to talk about this further, and they need to come to an understanding of the pot money compared to her own personal money. I don't even know if she works or whatever. I don't know. She got something to put in the pot. But they didn't do that. That was done all wrong. Just all wrong. Y'all work it out. We love to hear how this turns out.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We here to help. We aim to please. We want to know, right, y'all? And for my viewing audience, drop a question down there.
We ain't never had an update. When we gonna have some updates?
Well, you know, some people just want to see it and hear it, and they don't want to give you no update. I haven't had no updates. I let them know that I am here for them to give me back the feedback. I can go on and throw it out there to them, and you know, I don't want to bug nobody, but I let them know the show I'm gonna air it on, and they watching. They watching.
Well, I hope we didn't get too ratchet for y'all.
Now they already know y'all ratchet. They already know. When you step in the lion's den, you already know. But you guys keep it 100, so I respect that. Now, if your mate was put on your medical insurance as a domestic partner, and you now have broken up, what is the time limit that you would keep them on?
It depends on how bad.
Or would you immediately take them off regardless of their current health issues?
Do it.
What you say, Gareth?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You gonna keep them on for 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
That's fair. It's like 2 weeks notice. That's like a job. You're giving them 2 weeks notice.
How about the first of the next month? How about the first of the? Because see, if you broke up on the 5th of the month, don't you want to wait until like the beginning of the next month? Maybe.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Depending on your job, if it's not open enrollment, and that's what I was gonna say. I let them know you got until open enrollment. So you need to go find you something.
That maid was struggling with a health issue.
Perhaps, okay, you got until open enrollment to go sign up for Medicare, whatever, Cover California, whatever you need to get. Obama Health, Trump Health.
Obama is not in
Biden Health,
and Trump either.
I might not like you no more, but I don't want you to die.
He ain't in health, but his health
transplants or
his health plan still there.
But still go get you some goddamn insurance.
Right.
Still go get you, because okay, now so did I get married? Where's the room for the other one?
Well, I mean, if you ain't married yet, it ain't, you ain't got.
You got until open enrollment, because especially if it's coming out my look, you got until open enrollment.
Out of your check?
They could, I think
you got until open enrollment to go get you some Medicare, because why should I be responsible now, or what have you? Especially say the person decided to leave. Well, once you leave, the benefits end. You leave your job, what job still give you insurance? They'll give you a letter to tell you how to get some COBRA, and that's what I'm going
to the following month.
I'm giving you until open enrollment.
So you give them a few months, huh?
I give them till open enrollment, whenever that is. So if we in September, you better hurry up.
I had my ex, man. She was on my benefits for another about 10 years. And then got mad at me because they didn't want to pay a bill and was like, you gonna get me off? Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
dude, you gotta pay this bill. 10 years
Oh,
later, I'm
wow.
like, dude, we can ride it out to whenever, but you gotta pay this bill.
10 years is a
I ain't
long
got no
time.
money. I said, okay,
10
Jesus.
years is a long time.
I
A
think if you
long
have
time,
a
but it cost me no extra. So I was
if you
just
have a
like,
good understanding,
whatever.
you know, and depending on if you guys are cool, and depending on the
Mhm.
person's situation, maybe they're in school or maybe whatever their situation is, they don't have benefits on their job, they don't want to go get the Medi-Cal thing. You have great insurance, you're
Wait,
not
they
married.
don't?
And if you make a decision yourself to keep them on, I think that's by all means great. I mean, that's helping them out. But when the change is made to take them off, I feel communication should be there. Let them know, look, you
For
got
the kids, you know that, like
you
me
got a month.
myself,
You
I
gotta
put it
be
on
off.
because of the kids. I put them on because the kids was on there, and then the kids was grown. Then when the kids went to the doctor and got up, I said, man, that's enough. This is crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that's basically
You ain't gonna
that's
pay the bill.
I
Oh,
think
it got turned
again
off.
it should
So
be definitely communication. You should talk with each other to see
y'all
where
done
that
moved on by
person
then. You weren't trying to be with
you
all with
need
them and
to
stuff.
talk with that person. You need to come to terms.
Hell,
with
they
it.
was married. They had already been married and got a divorce.
Yeah.
And shit, man.
Well,
I
you
like
still
Derek's
gotta,
answer.
Well, you know,
gotta
it-
I like Derek's
communicate.
answer. The 2
You got to
weeks.
communicate,
You
but it
gotta do
depends
that.
on how the relationship ends. You
Yeah.
know, if you have to be, it's very seldom it's going to be a cordial breakup. So if it breaks up like, oh, I'm out of here, or you did something you ain't had no business doing, and you ain't got nothing coming. Open enrollment. You need to be ready by open enrollment. That's
Yeah,
the bottom line. Because
especially
I'm like,
women.
it depends. But if we decide and we say, you know what, we're really not working out together as a couple, blah, 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 then I
Yeah.
can understand. I'm gonna leave them on, you know, or whatever. And they can, if it is coming out my check, you need to pay me the premium or whatever that's coming out, you know, or whatever, and leave them on there. But if you like, and acting a fool and you gone, all the benefits gone. The only thing that can stay intact is our communication.
Mhm.
Oh, if you got a kid with him or something, huh?
Yeah. But even or if I got a kid, it's still gonna be communication. The kid ain't keeping us intact because my relationship is with the kid, not you. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, you know,
Hey, that's an interesting way to look at it from both angles, and moving right along. If a woman sleeps with a man not even a whole day after meeting him, is she considered a little easy or just a whore?
Oh,
Not
damn.
it
No,
gotta
not in
be. It's
You put
more
the
today's
to
W
it
out
than
there?
that.
no, not in today's age. Not with social, not with these apps and all
She
that.
here, was she here with the W word? Oh, a whore. What?
Nah, nah, because dudes could be a whore. A dude could be a
What?
whore.
They trying to
Why
get
she?
you.
Why you
They
left
calling
out?
you
Or
a
because she
whore.
just made the choice? Because a
They
lot of
calling you a
women
whore.
just make the choice.
See, it ain't even been a
Yeah,
whole
Derek-
day. They
Derek got
met
something to
and
say.
the chemistry was cool, and she went on and gave up the boo boo.
Mhm.
Correct.
Say, Gareth,
Sunday morning.
easy like Sunday morning.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Easy like Sunday morning. So she easy.
What? Wait,
Wow.
I'm gonna have to be the. Why would she be easy?
Cause ain't the dude easy giving up the?
He
mean,
gave up the
because,
woo
but wonder if it was her choice. Wonder if she said,
Yeah, we
you
the
know
ones
what,
doing all the work.
I'm gonna get this, but never in her past
That's
has
right.
she ever been like that. So she
Mhm.
can, because some women, I always tell guys when they say, "Oh man, I ran this little game on," I'll be like, "Man, look, a woman already know if she gonna give it to you or not before you even have an idea."
Right.
You know, so
He telling
whatever
you,
you
I'm out.
gain,
See you
you
later.
running, whatever you thinking or whatever. But the whole thing is, we have to understand, women sometimes they make their choice just like men do.
Yeah.
This is the decision I'm gonna make. that don't make her an easy lay or a whore. She made a decision like a man say, I'm gonna get this right. So look it. So then so then let's say I know some people gonna react to this one. Let's say a guy is married and he sees this girl, he cheats with this girl, but he said, well, it was just that, I just seen her and I was just like, oh, I just gotta hit it just to hit it. But I don't want to be with her no more. She means nothing. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, hell no. You a cheater, you this, you this. Could that be a possibility?
What, did he just hit it and want to
Or
move
could
on?
just like the lady could have had a possibility just to make the decision to hit it. She wasn't being easy or a whore. Huh?
He was with somebody else and he saw something else and he just wanted to hit it.
He was married.
But what I'm saying is, anyway, it comes down to, it's a decision that a person made. Because he, it wasn't like he was a cheater at first, right? Until he cheated. Right?
You don't think some are born cheaters?
Oh, hell.
Born cheater? What the hell is that?
I don't know where we get that stuff from. Anyway.
You don't think they born cheaters?
Oh, dang.
A born cheater?
A born cheater.
Okay.
So you think a cheater is an acquired, this is something that one grows into being a cheater?
Okay, for the second argument, if you watch The Family That Prays, Kathy Bates' character told her son's wife that cheating runs in the family. And I believe that is genetic. And she was basically like, go get you a fling and stop worrying about what he doing. Just,
Oh, yeah. You talking about
the family that
but that could, but
in real life,
you gotta look. We learn by watching as well, and we become adapt to what we see and what we know.
So if Papa was a Rolling Stone, all his sons gonna be rolling too?
No.
Dang.
No.
Help me understand this, my brother.
That's not true.
Papa was a Rolling Stone,
I can say this.
Every one of his male seeds is gonna be rolling too.
No, because that means this one lady I know, all her kids, one of her kids is actually, she just got accepted to the aerospace program in Florida for NASA. This is a sister, and she gonna be I forgot what she gonna be doing, but it's up there. They got her while she was still in school. Okay, this girl. Okay, but check this out. And I forgot what the other daughter do, right? But the other daughter is doing her thing, right? The mother was a prostitute.
She used to be a past prostitute.
So
she used to be, or she still
is that running in her
is
veins?
She still active? Is she still active?
Man, I don't know, but she's still active. I'm just saying.
I mean, did she stop and got it together? So
I know a few kids.
No. She was doing stuff. She was doing while her kids. That's how I know her through someone through the kids. Because one of the kids was involved in the cheerleading for a youth program. And awesome. But the cold part is though, it's all choice. It's all choice. Everything we do is choice. It's choice.
Okay. I get that.
So it ain't cheating. Don't run through your family veins. Because if that's the case, why you got some mother-in-laws or some grandmas of some of the in-laws, and they're up there saying, that one right there ain't no good. You don't need to be with that one. That one right there, you need to move on with your life. But because the rest of the family don't do it, it's just that one does it. It's hey, our parents teach us stuff. but we made the choice to follow what they taught us.
So you saying
When they-
being a teacher, being a cheater is it's a learned, you learn this by watching someone that has been around you. You incorporate that behavior from your peers or a family member or whatever, someone that's close to you. You don't think they're born with it.
That's one avenue. That's one avenue where you be around people, you see that's your lifestyle. Like it's this guy, all he know is the strip club because that's all his mom took him to, because she went to work. So when he got older, he go to the strip clubs, but he don't go killing his money. He order food, have some drink, but the strip club is what he's used to, just being in the strip club. But the thing, so that don't mean not just that you learn it, but you still, some people, the thing is you get with someone, you get into a relationship, for instance, right? And then you run into someone else at work, a female coworker or a male coworker. You guys become familiar with one another and you cheat with that person. You still made a decision. Before you even decided to cheat with that person, you made a decision not to stay committed to the person you with. See, once you decide not to stay committed, that's when you go to cheat. So it doesn't matter.
Some want to stay committed, but they like a variety. It's the spice of life.
Wait, what is committed and variety?
Well,
Are they the only way they go together? They don't want to
leave who they with. They just want to cheat.
No, that one, they want that one, that special one is still part of the variety. The only way you can have committed and variety together if you say he's committed to having a variety.
Polygamy. You have a polygamous relationship.
But other than that, and they're committed to having variety.
So it's safe to say that people.
But it's not. I can't be. I can't say.
You're not born a cheater. You're not born a cheater.
No.
Born no cheater.
No, born no cheater.
Because there's some kids in a family where it could be 4 siblings, and it may be 2 of the siblings that cheat all the time. The other ones don't cheat at all. They ain't even about that life. So it can't be hereditary.
So what do you think the 2 that were the cheaters? Where did they get this from?
It could be a number of places. It could be on the Walt Disney Channel. Yeah.
Oh, you saw?
Oh, they might just see. They know they got
watching Joey Greco and was like,
"Come on." It could be. They can learn it from anywhere. They don't have to learn it in the home. They don't have to learn it in the home. They learn it from anywhere. Have me all kind of women.
They learn it from Pookie and them at the boys club.
Just put
about 10 girls.
Put 106.1 on. They learned it from right there.
Yep.
Put 106.1
Ain't
on.
nothing wrong with 106.1. I listen to them all the time.
I didn't say anything was wrong with them.
They got the cheater. They got the no.
Thank you. Say it again, JJ.
They might. I was saying they might put on Escape. You're my little secret.
You know what?
Secrets.
You know the story.
Folks be having them. They be having them secrets, JJ. Huh?
Did y'all know the story about Bobby Womack?
No.
He used to be a Mac, and he decided he don't want it no more.
No, he wasn't. Used to be a Mac. Sam Cooke. He was friends with Sam Cooke, right? And so he started sleeping with Sam Cooke's wife.
Okay, yeah, I heard of that. I just recently heard.
And so
he
matter of fact, he brung her as his woman to Sam Cooke's funeral.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That's
and
your
so
cousins,
he ended up marrying Sam Cooke's his wife. Wow. And then she ended up breaking up with him because he slept with one of her kids. Now you tell me that ain't some horrid stuff. When it got to the other end, I say,
Springer.
oh
Right.
my God.
No.
Springer.
Nah,
Bobby Womack was no joke.
nah, Springer can't handle that one. That right there, all them folks, no.
Oh my God.
They
You
gonna
gonna
need to
sleep with her
combine.
daughter?
They gonna have to bring Steve back and everything to Jerry for that one.
No, that
all
show
right,
canceled
bring it
now.
on. 'Cause
We need
that
something to
right
replace
there
Jerry
is some,
Springer now.
Yeah.
that's some talk show drama
That's
for your mama.
That's some super cheating there, boy.
I just don't see it. Ain't no because
That's why he made
commitment.
that song cheating in the next room.
Well, I was
He knew
all about that
thinking about cheating.
You know what?
I just think
I was just
personally
listening
think,
to
I
say
think that it's something embedded in
we
the
love
genetics.
affair. Oh
Because
man,
usually when
you think it's in the genetics?
I mean, it's something in the genetics.
You think it's in the genetics?
It is possible. It's possible that it could be in the genetics. I'm not saying it's not possible. It is possible, but I don't think that's
maybe
like
not 100% of the time, but I think sometime it has something to do with.
I don't think that's like.
So let's say this. You have a single mother who's raising 3 boys. They never met their father. Right? All 3 of them cheat.
Yeah.
So most likely their father was a cheater.
What if they learned it from their mama? Maybe
they
mama was
got
a
it
cheater.
from the mama's gene. She was a rolling Papa Stone.
Yeah, she might be a cheater.
Daddy
Got
ain't
a new
always got to
boyfriend
be
every
the
week.
cheater. It's some cheating
Okay.
women out there.
Okay. Let me rephrase that story. Single mother never cheated. She raises 3 boys.
Now, you cannot be editing the story in the middle of the story.
Oh, wait, Miss Scenario. We got Miss Switching Up Scenario over there. So you got a single mother who never cheated. She's always been loyal. She's raising 3 sons. They never met their father, and they all cheat on their girlfriends.
They got the gene from mama.
The mother never cheated.
She got a bloodline. Her mama cheated, or her grandmama cheated, or Aunt Bay cheated. Somebody cheated in the bloodline.
You can't switch it up in the middle now.
No,
JJ.
It does not have to be. It can be genetic. Your genetics go way back. They go back.
Girl, you don't need it. You don't need it to. Like Ben said, nobody don't need to teach you that. It don't run through your blood vein. You just decide.
I think if you a cheater, it could be coming from the genetics.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
And
all I know is I never cheated at home.
Yeah, but he let his hat was his home.
When he died, he left home alone.
Okay.
Yeah. He put his hat on too, huh?
Was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
All right. Don't get me started. If that ain't genetics, I don't know what. I want to hear from you grown folks out there who had a papa that was a Rolling Stone. And how has it made you feel right now? Do you feel like you're rolling too?
My daddy wasn't rolling.
Your daddy was a Rolling Stone?
Yeah.
Did you roll for a
Good
little
talk,
while?
tell it, Garrett.
No.
Oh, you never rolled. I'm talking
You
about
don't like.
you got
You
married.
ain't even got a taste for that, huh?
No.
See?
You never rolled like daddy?
No.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you, huh?
He ain't gonna
Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
Wifey back there, he don't want to sleep on the couch tonight.
Okay. Why? Okay, check this out. I used to date this girl. And her grandmother and her mother, everybody, even her brother get down. They get down on the stove. And she can't cook worth of nothing.
So she never
all the way from college, she couldn't cook. She couldn't cook an ant with a lighter if you gave it to
Never
her.
sat in the kitchen and learned. I mean, I don't think that's genetically learned. I think you have to just be.
But all her family cook good. All her family cook good. All her family cook
They
good.
all was
I
in the
knew
kitchen
too.
watching
Glad when
Big
Soul
Mama,
Talk came
watching
on.
Oh,
Little
see,
Mama,
here we
watching
go.
Big
Here
The
Mama.
we go.
microwave, when the
But
microwave
cheating.
came out, she was happy.
So nothing else can be but genetic, but cheating.
No, I ain't gonna say that, but I think cheating is got something to do with genetics.
I want to know how we.
Sometimes genetics skip over a child or two, so that's possible. Like how there's like dark skinned kids, and then like there'll be one light skinned kid, but they all
you got that light skinned kid that's with green eyes, and you looking at daddy like, who you been sleeping with, or who you been? But that has stepped over 2-3 generations.
Right, exactly.
Oh,
and stuff come out. It don't have to be your mama or your daddy.
You know, okay. I see why I'm flashing in and out. I'm sorry. Because this black hoodie.
Yeah,
you're doing a whole lot. I wish you would stop it.
That's what it is, the black hoodie.
Stop it because it's making me dizzy. Jesus. If it ain't you, it's Ben. Both of you guys.
My thing didn't do it. Did mine do it?
No, because you got a different screensaver from me.
Oh, I got the blurry on, huh?
Y'all doing too much. I'm gonna leave it one more question and then we got
Uncle Fester from the Addams Family.
Why is it okay for men to wear the same boxer shorts for
What?
a number of days?
Who said that? Who said that?
They underwear every day.
Who said that?
I can't speak for the
Why
next.
it's okay for men to wear them boxers for a few days in a row?
Who said that? No. The question should have been. The question should have been. Why do my man think it's okay to wear?
There you go. There you go, John. That's right.
Why is it okay for men to wear? I didn't say
no, you got
I said
no. You said for men.
Okay for men to wear the same boxers for a few days in a row, but
I can't answer that
change
question.
her panties every single day.
I can't answer
that.
that
Go on the street interview for that one.
Don't be acting like y'all don't know. Y'all can't sit up here because y'all on live. You don't want everybody to know you wore them boxers.
You want me to explain why it's okay to wear drawers for 4 days? You want me to explain why it's okay to wear drawers for 4 days? You better be lost. You better be lost in the woods.
Inside out. They do
or it's your first 4 days. It's your first 4 days in prison.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
Oh, so y'all saying, okay, I'm speaking for the men here on the panel today, and any of
you can't speak for us. You better stop that.
I'm speaking to me. I'm speaking to the men on the panel today. As far as you guys are concerned, there's no such thing as a man wearing his boxers more than once.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'll give him the second day. Say they went to a family house and they ate and they had drinks played and it was late and they say, oh, y'all just stay the night. And he threw his stuff on the next day. Yeah. You know, but ain't nothing wrong with a sink, some hot water and a little soap, wring them, get the towel, wrap them jokers up in the towel, wring them out. Hang them up on the thing. Come on now.
Tell the truth. How many men would actually
put the powder?
If you spent the night at your girl's house for 2 nights and she didn't have a washer and dryer, who would wash their boxers and wring them out in the towel and hang them in the bathroom?
If y'all going out somewhere the next day.
No, I ain't lying.
Why not? What's the problem?
Let me tell you something. When I go to the bathroom, I told you the guy's gonna tell me. I went to the restroom. See, I still have my hand up, JJ. Look, I was at the restroom, and I washed my hands, and I went to use the restroom, and I went to leave, right? And the man said, for one, it's none of your business, but he asked me, you wash your hand before you use the restroom, then you don't wash your hands afterward? Well, it's an automatic flusher, right? So I ain't touching that. And the reason I wash my hands before then, because my thing is clean. And these hands been touching all kind of stuff.
That's right. You
And
know it.
so when I clean my hands and I touch me, I'm clean.
That's right.
I ain't touching that. So don't give me that. You know, so it's
I used to wash my hands.
so yes, I take my drawers. So I take my drawers and I wash my drawers out.
Y'all need to tell the truth.
What? Oh, I done wore my drawers 2 days in a row. I done wore my drawers. I done went camping, you know, and I got up the next day, or I still had the same clothes on, and I'm out camping or wherever, you know. But the whole thing is 4 days.
As hell.
4 days? No way. No way. Because trust me, after that next day when I did get going, them drawers came off.
Why y'all making them faces? Y'all got
because that's nasty.
Everybody's face going like this.
That's nasty.
Y'all
balls all sticking, your butt cheeks stinking.
We're safe to say that a man that's hygienically correct is not going to wear his drawers more than once.
More than 2 days, I'll say.
More than 2 days. He's not gonna wear more than 2 days.
Like Jay, like John, out camping and you slept in them.
Oh, you spend a night somewhere.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah,
well, if you
that's normal.
You took them off.
Yeah, most likely you took them off, but still, 3 days is bad.
Yeah, what about women that don't change their underwear?
They get on women about that. Women supposed to change them every day. Every day.
Crud. Hey, Ben.
If they don't, they got to
wearing the bra all week.
Wearing
with the dark ring up under the arm. With the dark ring up under the arm and stuff, and the thing so twisted on the strap, it is stretched out because it needs to be.
I might be putting some people on blast. I done seen some dirty female underwear, and
Ben, I went to school with one girl. I remember the girls came out the girls' locker room and they was crying and they was up there going crud. And I was like, what they talking about? And come to find out they was talking about one of the girls' underwear fell out of her locker. And they was like, it looked like crud. So
I was told to wash your butt every day and to change every
day. But why would you as a woman be on your period and you get a bloody panties, you don't go rinse the blood out of it?
You're supposed to go wash them panties out.
No, it wasn't that. They said crud, like crud.
Oh, she had bookie.
She had just I don't know what they were. They just said they was cruddy.
She probably had a problem. Somebody got in there and poisoned the bush.
All over the
They poisoned the bush.
Change your drawers. Change your drawers.
That's what we do, grown folks.
Change your drawers.
They act up. They clown out.
Change your
You
drawers.
just want to ask the question. You got us all looking.
Next Sunday is draws.
We gonna talk about the draws.
I'm gonna wear my boxers on my head.
Yeah, don't y'all come in here with no look. I'm just saying. Because I've heard stories about some men be wearing theirs like 2-3 days in a row, and women, we just don't.
Where would you hear that from? Who told you that? You had a boyfriend
right now. If it was a problem.
No.
I ain't never had no boyfriend that died. No. No, baby. It would have been a problem.
What would have been the problem? You just go in there and
washing them for them because they would have had to been washed.
I'm gonna say this to the public.
Wash them for them.
Ain't nothing wrong with wiping your booty. Wipe it. It's okay.
I would have made a good woman.
It's okay to wipe.
I'm
I'm gonna say that. It ain't nothing wrong with wiping it.
No,
That's
it's not
right.
nothing wrong with wiping it.
For the dudes that think it's not okay, there's nothing wrong with it.
No,
I don't
I
know who
would.
told them that they not
Shifty is
supposed to
that-
wipe their boots.
shifty
I ain't washing nobody's draw. Would you say, Garrett?
What did you? And you in the homie. The homie.
The
For the
homies,
homies.
what? The
Look.
homies told him he ain't got to wipe his
No,
butt?
no. What if you hanging out with the homie all night?
Oh, hanging out with your
then you ain't
homies all
gonna change your
day?
drawers.
Yeah,
All night, you ain't changed your drawers.
Look,
yeah.
But like John said, there's exceptions if you keep the draws on and you're out in a situation where you can't. But if it goes beyond that one extra, you need to wash them in the creek or something. Y'all need to go to the
You
water,
ain't lying.
down the
If you
road.
don't
You
sag
need
your
to go
pants,
watch them.
if you go sag your pants, stop having the skid marks for everybody.
What
to
about
see.
that?
There's
What
several
about
pictures
Febreze
online
in
of
it?
people
Remember the
doing that.
Febreze? Remember
Febreze
the
ain't
Febreze?
gonna
What
take
about
away the
Febreze?
phone.
Hit it with Febreze the second day. What about
And then you're gonna
Febreze?
end up getting some kind of infection in your stuff because it's gonna be
No.
that
It's
Febreze.
called,
With
it's
that
called,
Febreze.
no, it's called Irish Spring. Irish Spring.
Oh, wash it down.
And it's okay to
Change
I got
take
a
your
whole
draws.
pack of them right now.
I don't know.
Don't
Wash.
don't have no
Two.
holes in your drawers.
Don't wash the drawers in the
Some of you
creek and you
men-
ain't washed your tail in the
So some of
creek.
you men will wear them boxers till they can't be worn no more, for real.
Oh my
You-
goodness.
Keep washing them, they
If they
be
clean,
all
why it
coming
matter?
apart. Just go buy some more.
No.
Why
No,
not?
if they wash it and coming apart, you're not washing correctly. That's right.
look at
There you
Garrett.
go. That's right,
That's
Garrett.
the Irish
That's
Spring.
right,
What is that?
Irish Spring.
That's right. You can't
Irish
go wrong
Spring?
with some Irish Spring, baby. Irish
And
Spring.
yeah, and then you can squirt a little of that on your drawers too.
Yeah,
And
you
wash
can.
them.
Rub it out. Wash it up.
I do
So-
not want to see none of y'all doing that. Don't wear the
No, I'm just saying if you stuck somewhere, I'm gonna wash my drawers
You
in the
said
sink.
hand
but some
That
men
hand
keep a
soap?
little. He keep an
Hit it on
extra
them rough
stash
edges?
in his trunk of toiletries, drawers,
Mhm.
stuff like that, just in case you get into
Who
a
do that?
situation.
Who's that?
Yeah,
That's what I got in my trunk. In the trunk, I got my cooler. I got some
You
clothes.
have your goodie bag. in
I
case
got
you
my
stay in her house.
toothbrush and stuff. I got Tupperware. I got shoe. It might go down.
In case you be
Yeah,
stranded.
you got Tupperware?
No, in case I go to one of my sister houses or my auntie or somewhere, and somebody cooked something up good. I got my Tupperware already.
Yeah.
See,
Well, I'm
you gotta
glad you the type to bring your
people
Tupperware,
on.
because I'll be hating my bowls
You
to be
put people
gone
on
and they
them.
never come back. I don't like
See.
it.
Bring no
Uh-uh.
Tupperware. I take me
Uh.
a gallon bag. I don't take no
Uh-uh.
Tupperware. Put it all
Uh-uh.
in your gallon bag. Keep it moving.
No, that's too much mixing. That's too much mixing.
Well, you know, you
It
guys,
depends.
y'all got TMI right now for real. Okay, it was just a question.
Yeah,
Just a
they
question.
want to.
Y'all going all the way down, but next week. we
Why
can
do they
revisit
think
this.
it's okay?
We can revisit this. We want to thank you guys for being a part of the Donna Smith Table Talk Grown Folks show tonight. We have brought it. We have just put it out there to y'all. This is what we do every Sunday. I've been chiming in around 7:30ish, so let's stick with that for a minute while I am available to start later. I don't mind starting a little later. Gives us a little bit more time to watch the games and get our lives together during the day, that kind of thing. Right?
Yeah,
And wash your drawers. Garrett's saying it gives you time to wash your drawers. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, my brother. You know.
Wash them up, fold them up, too.
So we ain't got no problem when we come back on here next time.
Yeah.
This is what we do. So thank you guys. See you guys next week.
Financial day.
Wash your drawers. Wash your drawers. Wash your drawers.
Wash your
And yeah, like they
drawers.
say,
You
don't
Wash
nasty.
your drawers.
don't forget.